Well, hello, rock stars. Hi, I'm Alyssa, and I felt inspired today to do some EFT tapping and to share this with you all because I was about to sit down to practice on my keyboard. And I don't know about you, but I always seem to find something else that needs to get done. And I have all these intentions in the world to practice. And for some reason, it kind of gets left to last on my list. And then, late at night, I'm tired, I haven't practiced, and then I just don't feel like doing it. Has that ever happened to you? Well, I want to address some of the reasons why we procrastinate, why we put things off, why we make it the last thing on our list, even when part of us wants to get to a bigger stage or even just get on a stage, period. Because maybe you're in a band already and you're just looking to get on a bigger stage, a bigger, better audience, or maybe you're not even in a band yet, but you want to be. So, whatever the case is for you, I'm going to show you how to use EFT tapping to get to what could be the hidden resistance, the subconscious resistance that could be keeping you and me sometimes from getting to the practice and procrastinating, self sabotaging in all of its forms. So I don't have a script here. I'm just going to go right off the cuff and just trust and download whatever I'm going to download. But trust that if you clicked on this video, this is probably going to help you quite a bit. So just follow along with me. We're going to start on the karate chop point, and let's just see how this goes. Even though I know that there's certain songs that I want to learn, and in order to learn those songs, I need to practice. And somehow I just don't seem to get to it. And even though I have all this resistance to being a rock star, both conscious and unconscious, I choose to love and accept myself anyway. Even though I have so much resistance to getting on a bigger stage, to getting on any stage. Maybe I'm terrified to be on a stage. Maybe I'm terrified of being judged, of not being good enough, of feeling like a fraud, feeling like I don't deserve to be there. Even with all this resistance, both known and unknown, I choose to love and accept myself anyway, and I accept how I feel in this moment. Even though part of me wants to get up on that bigger stage, part of me wants to pick up the guitar every single day and practice, wants to sit down in front of the keyboards and practice, and somehow I just don't seem to get around to it a lot of times. And I wonder if there may be other parts of me that are scared, scared that I might fail. Maybe parts of me are scared that what if I don't fail? What if I actually succeed? What if actually succeeding is what scares me more than anything? Maybe I'm scared of how that might change my life, how that might change certain relationships in my life. Maybe my partner won't like it if I become successful. Maybe it will destroy our relationship. But I have all these reasons, hidden and actually obvious ones too, why it might not be such a good thing for me to get on a bigger stage and to be that rock star. There are going to be people that won't like it, but I choose to love and accept myself, and I choose to love and accept even those people that I think are not going to like me getting up on that stage. Okay, now we're going to tap on top of the head. All this fear and resistance about playing on a bigger stage. Out to the eyebrow point. All this fear and resistance of being seen. And not just being seen, but being seen as really, really good at what I do. End of the eyebrow. All this fear. People will be jealous. They won't like me anymore. And for me, being liked, being approved of, if I'm being honest, it's probably more important to me than anything else. Under the eye. All this fear of being seen, standing in my power, having a great time making music and doing it well, practicing all my instruments, including my voice, sounding so good, shining my light in front of hundreds or even thousands of people. Oh my God, maybe it scares the crap out of me. And maybe that's why I procrastinate. Maybe that's why I find ways to be busy all day long so that I never have time to pick up my instrument. I never have time to practice because I make everything else more important than my dream. We're tapping underneath the arms. You can do one side or both. Oh my God. Shining a light on all this resistance, shining a light on all this self sabotage. All the ways that I keep making everything else more important than my dream, and all the anger and resentment that that brings up. Because it feels like everyone else is doing this to me. But the truth is, it's me doing this to me because I haven't been standing in my power. I haven't been being authentic and totally truthful about what I want. I haven't really been speaking my truth because the truth is, I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to see anyone feel bad because I'm shining my light so brightly. And maybe that's one of my biggest fears is that somebody else is going to feel bad if I allow myself to feel good because I'm confident and I'm playing and singing at the very best of my abilities. I'm performing almost flawlessly, unapologetically being me, joyfully me, and getting paid really well for doing what doesn't even feel like work for me. And that brings up a whole other layer of resistance because in my family, coming from immigrant stock, work has to be really, really, really hard or it's not work. In my family, according to my family values, you are not allowed to get paid for having fun. You're not allowed. According to my family, my tribe, work has to be really, really hard and it has to be something that you hate. And so it makes me wonder how often when I'm finding a song really, really hard to learn, am I subconsciously making it harder than it needs to be? Because it's in me, it's in my nervous system that everything has to be hard. Or else, if it wasn't hard, then that means I don't deserve it because I didn't work hard enough for it. Oh my goodness. So now every time I'm working on a song and it's so hard, it feels like I just don't get it for some reason. I acknowledge that that might be the reason. Because on an unconscious level, I am being very loyal to my family, to generations of family who worked their fingers to the bone so that I could be here now in this country and enjoy the freedom that I now have and enjoy, all the financial benefits and the comfortable life that I now have. And maybe part of me feels like I'm betraying my family if I allow myself to just have a shit ton of fun, making money, doing something I love, and being really good at it. Would I be betraying my family? Well, maybe on some level, it feels like I would be. Oh, deep breath on that one. But I am ready to let go of all of this. I am so ready and so willing to release any and all of the resistance that's been coming up for me about this. Because the truth is, if my grandparents and my great grandparents were watching this right now, and I feel like they are, they would be telling me, go for it. It doesn't have to be hard for you just because it was so hard for us. You get to have fun. and make a good living. You get to do that. Don't make all our hard work a waste. We did it so that you could have a better life. So I'm going to just choose to let go of all of my resistance, both known and unknown, the stuff I can see and the stuff that I can't see. I'm willing to let go of all of my blind spots, anywhere where I am sabotaging, anywhere where I've got one foot on the gas and one foot on the brake, and I'm making this way more difficult than it needs to be. I'm choosing to cut that out. And I'm willing and open to having this be way easier than ever. What if it could be super easy? What if learning that particular song doesn't have to take weeks or even months because I'm making it so hard? What if I could very easily take a whole list of songs and just sit down and learn them in 1 or 2 days, maybe, or less? What if this could be so much easier than what I'm making it? And what if that could be okay? And what if by me allowing my success, my rock star energy to really come out and allow myself to get on a bigger stage in very little time, what if that could actually inspire other people rather than make them jealous? What if they watched me being a freaking rock star? I almost said something else. What if that could inspire them to also become more of what they are capable of becoming, whether that's a rock star, actually as a musician, or whatever it is that they do in life? That's what I want to be. I want to be an inspiration to others. So I'm going to let go of all of this resistance, letting go of all the self sabotage because I don't need it anymore. I no longer need to play it safe. And other people in my life will adjust. Maybe I'm not giving them enough credit. They're going to be just fine. In fact, they may be inspired too. Letting go of everything that no longer serves me and allowing my rock star energy to come right up to the surface. Allowing myself to have that rock star energy, to be it, to live it, to embody it. And so it is. And so I am a rock star. Yes, 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 yes. Just say yes to that. So I hope that this tapping has inspired you to now get up off your butt, pick up that guitar, get in front of that keyboard, go practice your voice lessons, your warming up for your voice, practice that song and see how much easier things can be when you're not holding on to all this subconscious resistance. So that's all for today. I'll see you in the next video. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel if you found this helpful. Ciao for now.